You've probably been told that daily walks are enough to keep you strong after 60. Doctors, health magazines, even well-meaning family members keep repeating the same advice. Go for evening walks, hit 10,000 steps, and you'll stay healthy. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Walking will not save your muscles. You could walk for hours every day, and you would still lose strength, still lose independence, still feel weaker with each passing year. Why? Because walking alone does not build muscle. What you're really fighting after 60 is something called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is age-related muscle loss, and it begins quietly, around your 40s. You may not even notice it at first, a little less strength opening a jar, a little more difficulty climbing stairs. But by the time you reach your 60s and 70s, the decline accelerates. Research shows that after 60, the average person loses about 1% of muscle mass every year, and if nothing is done, by 80, you may have lost 25 to 40% of the muscle you had in youth. That S not just a statistic, that S the difference between standing up from a chair on your own or needing help, between walking steadily or suffering a dangerous fall. So, why doesn't walking stop sarcopenia? The answer lies in the way your muscles respond to stress. Muscles don't grow from gentle movement. They grow when they're challenged, when they're forced to adapt. Walking activates your muscles at about 20 to 30% of their capacity. That's not enough to trigger growth. Think of it like this. Imagine you want to strengthen a tree by gently shaking it every day. The tree bends a little, but nothing changes. Now imagine a strong windstorm comes through. It shakes the tree harder, the roots dig deeper, and the trunk grows stronger. That's what resistance does for your muscles. Without resistance, they simply waste away, no matter how many steps you take. But here's the good news. You don't need a gym, you don't need expensive equipment, and you don't need to lift heavy weights. There are 2 simple exercises you can do at home right now that have been proven to activate up to 90% of your muscle fibers. These exercises can reverse muscle loss, restore your strength, and give you back the independence that walking alone cannot. In this video, I'll reveal both of them, and I'll also expose 3 common exercises many seniors are doing that actually make sarcopenia worse. Before we go deeper, I want to ask you something. How many steps do you usually walk in a day? Do you hit 5,000, 10,000, or maybe less? Write it down in the comments below. I read your comments, and so do thousands of others in our community. Your answer might encourage someone else to rethink their routine and take action. Now, let's begin with the first exercise, wall push-ups. At first glance, wall push-ups might seem too easy. You stand against a wall, press away, and repeat. But don't be fooled. While walking engages about 200 muscles at 20–30% effort, wall push-ups engage fewer muscles, but at 60 to 70% of their maximum effort. That's 3 times the challenge, which means 3 times the benefit. Here's what actually happens when you perform a wall push-up. As you lean toward the wall and push back, your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core muscles contract hard. Microscopic tears form in the muscle fibers. This may sound alarming, but it's actually the foundation of strength. When you rest afterward, your body repairs those tiny tears by adding new proteins to the muscle fibers. Over time, this makes the muscle thicker, denser, and stronger. This process is called hypertrophy, and it works at any age. Yes, even at 90. Studies show that seniors in their 80s and 90s can still build significant muscle mass with the right resistance exercises. That means it's never too late for you. There's also something even more fascinating. Wall push-ups trigger a process called mechanotransduction. This is when your muscle cells sense mechanical stress, the pressure and strain of the push-up, and send signals directly to your DNA to produce more protein and more muscle tissue. In other words, wall push-ups don't just work your muscles, they literally tell your body to build new muscle. For seniors losing muscle mass every year, This is a game changer. Let's look at the science. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity followed 150 adults aged 65 to 85. Half the group performed wall push-ups 3 times a week for 12 weeks. The other half stuck to regular walking. The results shocked researchers. The walking group maintained their current strength but didn't improve. The wall push-up group, on the other hand, saw a 31% increase in upper body strength and an average gain of 2.3 pounds of lean muscle mass. The lead researcher, Dr. Patricia Hammond, said, "We expected modest improvements, but what we witnessed was a reversal of age-related muscle decline." That's right. They didn't just slow muscle loss, they reversed it. But this isn't just modern science. Wall push-ups have roots in ancient traditions as well. The Hunza people of northern China, one of the longest living communities in the world, discovered this movement centuries ago. While building stone walls for terrace farming, workers leaned against the walls to rest. Some began pushing off the walls repeatedly, noticing that it made their arms and shoulders stronger over time. This simple act of pushing against a wall became part of their daily ritual, passed down through generations. Even today, Hunza elders in their 80s and 90s still perform wall push-ups each morning, and they are known for their remarkable strength and agility, even in advanced age. So how do you perform wall push-ups correctly? Here's the step-by-step guide. Stand facing a wall about an arm's length away. Place your palms flat on the wall at shoulder height, fingers pointing upward. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, hip-width apart. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Don't let your hips sag or stick out. Slowly bend your elbows and lean toward the wall, keeping them angled slightly downward. Lower until your nose nearly touches the wall. Push back with control until your arms are straight again. That's 1 repetition. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you push away. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions. If it feels too easy, step farther back to increase the challenge. If it feels too difficult, step closer. Do 3 sets with a 1-minute rest between sets. Aim for 3 sessions a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You should feel your muscles working, maybe even a gentle burn. That's how you know it's working. And remember, this isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about consistent, controlled practice that challenges your muscles just enough to stimulate growth. But here's something important. Wall push-ups alone are not enough. They build your upper body, but they do very little for your legs. And without strong legs, you cannot stay independent. Leg muscles are your foundation. They carry you through daily life, help you stand up from chairs, climb stairs, and prevent falls. That is why the second exercise I'll reveal later in this video is critical. It targets the legs like nothing else. For now, I want to pause and ask you, have you ever tried wall push-ups before? Did you feel your muscles working? Write your experience in the comments. Your answer might help another senior try this for the first time. In the next part of this video, we'll talk about the second exercise, chair squats, the single most effective move for building lower body strength and preventing falls. We'll also share shocking studies, powerful stories, and practical tips to make it safe and effective for you. So keep watching, because the next section could literally save you from losing your independence. In the first part of this video, we uncovered why walking alone does not save your muscles and why wall push-ups are one of the simplest but most effective ways to build upper body strength at any age. But now, let's go deeper. Because while a strong chest, shoulders, and arms are important, they mean little if your legs are weak. Without strong legs, you cannot stand up on your own, you cannot prevent falls, and you cannot live independently. That's why the second exercise, chair squats, is perhaps even more important than wall push-ups. Let's start with a simple truth. Your legs are your foundation. They are the pillars that carry you through life. But with age, they are also the first to weaken. Sarcopenia affects leg muscles faster than almost any other part of the body. That's why so many seniors notice that stairs become harder, rising from a chair feels more tiring, and even short walks feel heavier on the legs than they used to. Walking does not solve this problem. Yes, when you walk, your legs move, but they are only working at about 25% of their capacity. Your quadriceps, the big muscles in the front of your thighs, are barely challenged. Your glutes, the powerful muscles of your hips and buttocks, are barely engaged at all. And these are exactly the muscles that determine whether you stay steady on your feet or risk falling. This is where chair squats come in. Chair squats mimic the everyday action of sitting down and standing up. But when done deliberately, with proper form, they activate your quadriceps at about 75% capacity, your glutes at nearly 80%, and your hamstrings and calves as well. In one single motion, you target the major muscles of your lower body, the muscles that keep you mobile and independent. Why is this so important? Because mobility is dignity. The ability to stand up from a chair on your own, to climb stairs without help, to walk steadily without a cane, that is independence. Without it, life becomes smaller, more restricted, and filled with fear of falls. Studies show that after 65, 1 in 3 adults suffers a fall every year. Many of those falls result in broken hips, hospital stays, and sometimes permanent disability. The best way to prevent this is not just balance training or careful walking, it's strong legs. Strong muscles absorb impact, stabilize your joints, and protect you when life throws surprises. Now here is something most people don't realize about chair squats. They trigger a hormonal response. When you use such large muscle groups, your body responds by releasing growth hormone and testosterone, even in older adults. These are the same hormones that fueled your muscle growth in youth. Chair squats wake them up again, signaling your body to rebuild and restore. Let's talk science. A remarkable study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health followed 200 adults aged 70 to 92 who performed chair squats 4 times weekly for 16 weeks. The results were extraordinary. Participants gained an average of 3.7 pounds of lean leg muscle, improved their sit-to-stand time by 43%, and balance scores increased by 38%. Even more impressive, their risk of falls dropped by half. Some participants who began the study using walkers were walking unassisted by week 10. Dr. Chen Wei, the study's lead investigator, said, "We were astonished. Many participants regained abilities they had lost years ago. For seniors, this is not just exercise. It is a second chance at independence." But chair squats are not just a modern discovery. Like wall push-ups, they have roots in tradition and necessity. In the Bama region of southern China, another famous blue zone where people often live past 100, villagers have long practiced what they call platform breathing. Centuries ago, during floods, villagers repeatedly lowered themselves onto raised platforms to escape the rising waters, then stood back up when the waters receded. This motion of sitting and standing became a daily habit. Elders noticed their legs grew stronger, their knees felt better, and their balance improved. Even today, Bama centenarians in their 90s still perform squats in their gardens each morning, their legs firm and steady as bamboo. So how do you do chair squats properly? Let's walk through it step by step. Find a stable chair that won't slide or tip. Stand in front of the chair with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Extend your arms straight in front of you at shoulder height for balance. Begin lowering yourself slowly by pushing your hips back first, as if you're about to sit down. Keep your chest lifted, eyes forward, and knees aligned with your toes. Do not let them cave inward. Lower until your bottom just barely touches the chair. Don't collapse into it, just a light tap. Pause for a brief moment, then push through your heels to rise back up. At the top, squeeze your glutes gently and stand tall. That's 1 repetition. Aim for 10 to 12 repetitions, 3 sets, with about 90 seconds rest between each set. For best results, perform this exercise 4 times a week, say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Your leg muscles recover quickly, so they can handle more frequency than your upper body. You might be wondering, what if I can't squat all the way down? That's okay. Start by actually sitting fully in the chair between repetitions. As you get stronger, just tap the chair lightly without sitting fully. With time, you'll notice you can control the movement more smoothly. Now let's talk about what you will feel. At first, you may notice your thighs burning slightly after a set. That's your muscles waking up. You may also feel a little soreness the next day. That's the recovery process at work. Don't be alarmed. As long as the soreness is mild and not painful, it means your body is adapting and growing stronger. Let me share a story. Maria, a 74-year-old grandmother, came to me frustrated. She was walking every day, sometimes up to 8,000 steps, but she still felt weaker each month. Rising from the sofa was hard, and she feared falling in her own kitchen. We added chair squats to her routine, just 3 times a week. Within a month, she felt steadier. After 3 months, she was standing up from the floor without help, something she hadn't done in years. She said, "I didn't realize how much strength I was losing until I started getting it back." Another story is from Henry, 79, who suffered a fall the previous year. His doctor warned him about muscle loss. He began chair squats slowly, just 5 reps at first. 6 months later, not only was he stronger, but his posture had improved. He stood taller, walked more confidently, and no longer relied on his cane. His children said he looked 10 years younger. Now I want to ask you, have you ever tried chair squats before? If not, would you be willing to add them to your week? Write your answer in the comments. Sharing your plan might motivate someone else to try it too. In the next and final part of this video, we'll reveal 3 dangerous exercises you should avoid, especially if you're over 60 and trying to build muscle. We'll also talk about why exercise alone is not enough, why nutrition plays a crucial role in fighting sarcopenia. And finally, I'll share how you can get access to a complete high-protein meal plan specifically designed for seniors to fuel muscle growth. Don't miss it, because this last section ties everything together into a full plan you can start today. We've already seen why walking alone will never build your muscles after 60, why wall push-ups awaken your upper body, and why chair squats protect your legs and your independence. But now, let's talk about something just as important: what not to do. Because while the right exercises can restore your strength, the wrong ones can destroy it, leaving you weaker, injured, and frustrated. Many seniors are unknowingly sabotaging their progress with dangerous moves. Let's uncover them right now. The 3 dangerous exercises seniors should avoid. 1. Sit-ups and crunches. This may surprise you because sit-ups and crunches are everywhere. Trainers recommend them, magazines promote them, and gyms encourage them. But for seniors, they are one of the most dangerous exercises you can do. Why? Because every time you curl forward, you compress your spine. Your lower back discs, already thinner and more fragile with age, take the brunt of the force. The repetitive flexion damages them, causing pain, stiffness, and sometimes even nerve compression. I've seen seniors who proudly did 50 sit-ups a day thinking they were strengthening their core, but instead they ended up with herniated discs and weeks in bed. Your core is important, yes, but there are safer, smarter ways to train it. Wall push-ups and chair squats already engage your core naturally without the risk of spinal injury. 2. Behind the neck shoulder press. Another common mistake is pressing weights behind your head, either with a barbell or dumbbells. Younger athletes may get away with this, but seniors cannot. Why? Because it forces the shoulder into an unnatural, extreme rotation. Aging shoulders already suffer from wear and thinning tendons. This exercise tears them apart. Once your rotator cuff is injured, simple daily tasks like brushing your hair or lifting a grocery bag become agonizing. Rob, a 68-year-old patient, came to me after doing behind-the-neck presses his trainer insisted on. Within 6 months, he couldn't lift his arm above his chest. His rotator cuff was torn, and he lost almost 2 years of training progress while healing. Seniors cannot afford such injuries. The smarter choice is safer. Front presses with light resistance, or better yet, stick-to-wall push-ups. 3 deep leg extensions on the machine. This exercise looks safe. You sit on a machine and extend your legs against weight, but it creates a shearing force across your knee joint. For seniors, that is catastrophic. Your knees are the most fragile joint in your body. Once damaged, they rarely recover fully. The leg extension machine was never designed for healthy people. It was originally for rehab patients under supervision. Yet gyms everywhere let seniors use it unsupervised. Instead of risking your knees on machines, strengthen them naturally with chair squats. They build functional strength in the same muscles without shearing pressure. So remember, if you want to fight sarcopenia, avoid sit-ups, behind-the-neck presses, and deep leg extensions. They cause more harm than good. The truth about exercise and nutrition. Now here's something you must understand. Exercise alone will not build your muscles. You can do perfect wall push-ups and flawless chair squats every day, but if you don't give your muscles the fuel they need, they won't grow. Muscle building is about 20% exercise and 80% nutrition. Think of your muscles like a construction site. Exercise is the signal, the order to start building. But nutrition provides the bricks, the cement, the raw materials. Without enough protein, vitamins, and minerals, there is nothing to build with. That's why so many seniors get frustrated. They exercise faithfully but don't see results. The missing link is protein. Research shows that older adults need more protein than younger people because their bodies become less efficient at processing it. The recommendation is about 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 70-kilo person, that's around 90 to 110 grams of protein a day. Most seniors barely get half of that. Protein is what your muscles use to repair and grow. Without it, those microscopic tears from wall push-ups and chair squats just stay as damage. They never rebuild into stronger tissue. That's why I created a complete high-protein meal plan specifically for seniors. It includes over 90 delicious, easy-to-make recipes designed to fuel muscle growth. Breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and snacks, all balanced, affordable, and tailored to your needs. Imagine starting your day with a Greek yogurt parfait, having lentil soup for lunch, grilled salmon with steamed vegetables for dinner, and almonds or cottage cheese for snacks. These foods aren't just tasty, they're medicine for your muscles, final motivation, and call to action. Now, I want to ask you, which of these exercises are you guilty of doing? Have you been relying only on walking? Have you been doing sit-ups or dangerous machine exercises? Write your answer in the comments. Don't be shy. Your story could inspire someone else to make a change. Let's recap. Walking is good for your heart, but it will not stop muscle loss after 60. To truly fight sarcopenia, you need resistance. 2 simple moves. Wall push-ups and chair squats can activate up to 90% of your muscles. They don't require equipment, they don't require a gym, and they're safe for almost everyone. Science proves they build strength, balance, and independence. And when combined with the right nutrition, they can literally reverse age-related muscle decline. So here's what you need to do today. Add wall push-ups and chair squats to your weekly routine. Stop wasting time on dangerous exercises like sit-ups, behind-the-neck presses, and deep leg extensions. Fuel your body with protein-rich foods every day. If you do these 3 things, you will feel stronger, steadier, and more alive than you have in years. And here's one more thing. Tomorrow, I'm releasing a video about the #1 supplement deficiency that secretly blocks muscle growth in seniors. You won't want to miss it. but only subscribers will be notified. So hit that subscribe button right now, tap the bell, and join our senior health community. Check the pinned comment or description below for the link to my complete high-protein meal plan. Over 90 recipes designed to fuel your muscles, rebuild your strength, and give you back your independence. Remember, aging is not about giving up strength. It's about choosing the right habits to stay strong. And with wall push-ups, chair squats, and proper nutrition, you can fight sarcopenia and win. Thank you for watching, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next episode.